books. Now, we read a novel, whether it be a love story or whatever. We have to basically read the whole book to know what happened. Did the uncle die and leave money? Did they find the gold or ever what? We have to read all the details all the way up to right the last few pages. But the thing about a book like Marriage to Key to Riches or this new one we got out, Magic Ladder to Success, which the printer went broke in 1930 and there's only a few copies. It's a really, really rare book, and it's a condensed of the 16 principles of the law of success. It's a wonderful book, and it's going to do, it's just out this month. But the difference in this material in a novel is a novel, you read them to find out how the story ends. We take these books and plan our life. We plan our own ending. We plan our own life. We don't have somebody else that have to write it for us. We plan it by the actions that we take and the plans we implement and the things that we do on a day-to-day basis. You know, I said, if you want to be a success on anything, just simply go to bed thinking about what you're going to do. Wake up thinking about what you're going to do, and work at what you're thinking, and keep it in front of you. And each day move another step. And as a constant reminder, if you write yourself notes, I put them on 3 to 5 cards or stick them in my pocket, and I say, pull it out and says, "Hey, you're supposed to be doing this, and you're not doing it," as a reminder of what I'm working on. And without goals, we simply are not going to accomplish much in life. Someone said, we don't exceed our expectations. So if we don't expect much, we can't expect to receive much. Plain and simple.
Don, it's about time now because I know you've got to get with your friends from Brazil. But I got a letter here from a gentleman that was in Oregon, Baker City, Oregon, Powder River Correctional. And this gentleman got the very first scholarship to get enrolled in college. He wrote me a letter after my seminar in May. And he gave me some statistics that were overwhelming. This man, his name is Robert. He told me I could talk about his story, but I'll just leave it at Robert at Baker City, Powder River Correctional Facility in Baker City, Oregon. He was in for about 2,700 days, 8 years, I think is what it was. And he's been in and out of prison since 1996. But he thought he had 99 days to go, and he was counting the days from 2,700 on down. They called him in and said, "There's a mistake in your sentencing. You got 2.5 years, not 99 days. Well, he took it very well, and he said, "Steve, I'm not asking you to fund it because I know your financial circumstances, but would you help me find a sponsor because I want to get a college education while I'm in prison?" Because this is the most incredible statistic. 94% less chance of recidivism if you've got a college education. Education's the key. But there's a paragraph out of that original letter that he wrote me. And by the way, my father died 2 months ago, and he left the various $4,000 to split my sister and I, $2,000 each. Not a whole lot of money I could get myself out of debt, but I contributed that to my foundation, and I got him in. He starts this Monday in Adams State University, a correspondence distance learning course, and he's going to be studying business, and I'm going to mentor him through college. And that's the first scholarship that Right Thinking Foundation has given. And we didn't have a program, but this man deserved the opportunity. He taught me a lot. But listen to this. He says in this paragraph, I got to get it here. He says, this paragraph where he talked about what he's been reading, that's what I want to do here. Let me get it. Oh, on a more personal note, at your advice, I did read Think and Grow Rich, Outwitting the Devil, and I was able to get some good notes from How to Own Your Own Mind. The importance of making an inventory of my talents and assets and the 7 principles of success. I appreciated your seminars and meeting you here at PRCF. So that's, Don, I just want to tell you that I'm still in prisons, and I'm spreading the word of Napoleon Hill. I'm spreading the word of Jesus Christ also, of course. But the bottom line is that we're going to reach people like Dwayne and Robert and others because it's about education. It's about changing your mind. And my summary is that what we want to do is go in and teach them how to start thinking different, send them home to those children with a whole different attitude, a whole different mindset. And by the way, I go to bed every night thinking about my purpose and my goals, thanking the Lord for every day. But every day I get the Napoleon Hill Thought for the Day out of this book. And I give this book to people now, Thought for the Day. Go to naphill.org, get your email coming in. And these, every morning I wake up, as soon as I cut the light on, I get my phone and I just read one of these. This has got so much truth that just Thought for the Day, Napoleon Hill, all these other books. So with that said, Don, would you like to say one last thing as we sign off?
Well, it's a pleasure to be with you, Steve. It's also a pleasure to think that we're both making a difference. We would like to reach everybody. but that don't mean we don't try. So everyone is a blessing that we reach, and we know we reach plenty of them. And the thing of it is, the people we can help are now in a position where they can help others. If I learn something, it helps me. If I teach you, then it helps you. But if you learn to where you can teach others, we change the world. And that's what we're doing.
Give a man a fish. Don?
Yeah, that's
Don, I'm just going to tell you right now, you're amazing. You're going to be, when's your birthday? It's coming up.
March 1st.
Okay. Well, you've got more energy. You travel more. You just touch more people than anybody I know. Honestly, I can't think of anybody that does half as much.
It was a pleasure. I don't know the full count of the book fair the week I was there, but last year the count was 286,000 visitors, 286,000, and they paid. I didn't pay. I had a booth paid for by Sound Wisdom that publishes our books. And, of course, I had a pass. I didn't have to get through them mile-long lines. I could just walk up there and give it as an exhibitor. But I met people like, for example, we published a book in Armenia. Doesn't mean a lot to people, but that's the language Christ spoke. Okay? Only about 1 million of them left. I met some nice people in California that were refugees from Armenia because they basically got wiped out in the Civil War, or what you want to call it, genocide. And then I got people come to visit me from Macedonia. Of course, I prepared myself, and I told the gentleman, one of them was a professor at the university. I said, yeah, I know Macedonia. That's where old Paul went right after Christ was crucified. Wrote all about it in Corinthians. And they were amazed. And said, one of them said, well, it must have worked. Said 75% of the people in Macedonia are Christian faith. So we learn a lot in the job, and to meet people and know. Like I met with people from Israel, Nepal, little countries. Of course, I had met numerous, Spain, Germany, Italy, so on and so forth, whatever. But I enjoyed meeting the little ones. We published books in Afghanistan, Ivory and Iraq, you name it, Ukraine, Slovenia, Slovak. It's amazing.
Well, Don, when you get your next project going, I know you got some projects you're working on. We'll get you back and we'll talk some more. But Thanks for letting me visit you today. God bless you.
Thank you, Steve. Anything I can do to help?
You're doing plenty. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Don. Thank you, Dwayne. Well, the books that I said that I would tell you that I presented at Northeast Correctional Complex that were on the table while I was talking to Don during the conversation are the following. 5 books by Napoleon Hill. Think and Grow Rich. Second book, The 5 Essential Principles of Think and Grow Rich. Third book, Outwitting the Devil. Fourth book, How to Own Your Own Mind. Fifth book, Thoughts for the Day. 2 books by Jim Sobol, The Art of Productivity. Second book, Wisdom for Winners, The Millionaire Mindset. 1 book by Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning. 1 book by Robin Gasarji, Houses of Healing. And 1 book compiled by Tom Tootal Cunningham, Journeys to Success, Volume 7. In this book, Chapter 12 is the chapter that I was asked to write called Journey to Right Thinking. Well, I just want to tell you that Right Thinking Foundation, we need people that want to give to others, people that want to be there for people like Dwayne and for me. We have the National Online Support Network that we're building a database of people that want to serve as mentors. And if you'll just contact rightthink.org, I'll get in touch with you after you contact me, and then we'll see if perhaps that you would like to be involved in being a mentor and serving others. Well, with that said, I again would like to thank Don, and let me just say this. You can go to the Napoleon Hill Foundation website, naphill, NAPHILL.org, and you can subscribe and get a thought for the day, same ones that are coming out of the book that Napoleon Hill wrote that I mentioned a moment ago. Well, let me just say this again. I thank you for listening today, and I really believe that we're getting to the heart of what we're here to do. Love one another. Well, with that said, I just hope that you have a wonderful week. God bless each one.
Thanks for listening to Right Thinking with Steve Copeland. I look forward to being with you again next week. And remember, don't quit, plan ahead, it will get better. God bless you and have a great week.